What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, today we're going to be talking about some Battlefield 2042. But for the background gameplay, I think I'm going to switch it up from the traditional, Battlefield gameplay that I've been showing you guys and showcase a little Modern Warfare 2. Because today, on my Twitch channel specifically, we're going to be doing an old school classic Call of Duty stream. So basically, everything that you see in this video today in the background gameplay is exactly what you will be able to see on the stream today. Pretty much every single Saturday now over on my Twitch channel, we play games like Call of Duty 4, World at War, Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, pretty much every classic OG game that we all know and love are going to be in that live stream. So if you want to see if those games are still alive and active and what they're like in, the year of 2022, then by all means tune into my live stream. The link to all that stuff is down in the description, along with my Twitter account and my Discord channel as well. But ladies and gentlemen, today I am a tad bit disappointed because the Call of Duty official page, along with, other news sources as well, have been reporting about Call of Duty all day long now. And for those who don't know, I record my videos the day before. So when I say all day today, I'm talking about the 11th of February. And they've been talking about the future of Warzone, the future title that's coming out in 2022. For me personally, it wasn't the best details because it's nothing really that I care about. I'm not a big BR guy anymore. I think my phase kind of ended after I, just completely injected so many hours into PUBG that I think I just completely burnt myself out very early on. So Warzone doesn't really fascinate me too much. I'll probably still dabble in it, play it a little bit when they come out with Warzone 2 and see if it's worthy, and I'll make a YouTube video about it. But when it comes to just, news about it, I could really care less. But this one singular thing I think is more important than pretty much everything combined and what they discussed. And honestly, at the end of the day, even though it's an extremely positive thing, especially, since I'm a hardcore Call of Duty fan, and I don't know if I believe it or not, but at the end of the day, it's nice to hear. It just makes me kind of sad knowing that, being a Battlefield fan and also seeing how Battlefield 2042 has completely flopped this year and not receiving something like this is it just hurts. It hurts. But over on Twitter, Tom Henderson put out a tweet saying, Call of Duty leadership has acknowledged that Call of Duty Warzone is a mess and had the following to say: "We effed stuff up. We broke it. We're not happy with it. No excuses." They have vowed to fix the issues of the game. Again, we don't know if this is going to be the truth or not. At this point, when it comes to the Call of Duty franchise, the only way you can get me to believe something is if you show me physical proof and I'm able to play it in my own hands. Then I might believe it. But like I said, at the end of the day, it's depressing because Vanguard and Warzone, they're in pretty bad states. I'll be honest here. They're in pretty bad states, but they are nowhere close to being near as bad as Battlefield 2042. And the fact that they have the balls to go ahead and openly apologize to their whole community and say they completely screwed up everything when it comes to the game, and they are 110% going to try to fix every last detail of it. And DICE and EA can't even do that for us? You guys completely screwed up a game that this community has waited 6, 7, 8 years for, and you refuse to even say you're sorry. Seriously, think about it. We've been waiting for ages to see the return of a modern-day or near-futuristic Battlefield title. Yes, Battlefield 1 was absolutely amazing, and Battlefield 5 was decent in its own ways. But at the end of the day, people have been begging for something to resemble Battlefield 4, Battlefield 3, the bad companies. We have been waiting for ages for this. And that is what each and every person in your community thought 2042 was going to be. And you release absolute junk. Like, seriously, do we have to prove it to you? Do we have to show you 24/7? I mean, just look at your freaking designs. This is a comparison between 2042 and Battlefield 4. Battlefield 4 is ancient now, but it still has a better design model than what Battlefield 2042 has. That seagull is going to give me nightmares for life. I'm going to say that right now. I will never be able to sleep ever again. If I'm not mistaken, didn't EA claim that Battlefield 2042 is supposed to be considered next-gen? That doesn't look next-gen. Why does Battlefield 4, Battlefield 1, Battlefield 5, Battlefield 3, Battlefield Hardline, why do they all look 10 million times better than Battlefield 2042? These are probably the worst graphics we have ever gotten. Not just the seagull, I'm just talking about the whole game overall. These are probably the worst graphics we've seen in a long time. One of the best things about the whole Battlefield experience is just simply how it looks. That's what always made Battlefield, for me personally, stand out from any other game like Call of Duty, one of its biggest competitors, is just how visually appealing the game is. Games like Battlefield 3 or The Bad Companies, Battlefield 4, Battlefield 1 for a huge example. Gorgeous. They're all stunning. The colors they choose, the landscapes they decide to put you in. Everything is just so immersive, and this game gives me nothing. It's horrifying. But let's say butchering the graphics of Battlefield 2042 isn't a problem, even though it's never happened in the past. Let's say this first instance isn't enough for an apology. How about this? Now, fair warning before I go ahead and play this clip. This is from one of the homies, Heel. He watches my stream all the time. He can't play Battlefield 2042 whatsoever. Now, before I begin this clip, if you can't see flashing lights or if it's going to hurt your eyes or your head, don't watch this clip whatsoever. But basically, in this clip right here, he cannot fire his weapon, he can't aim, and basically right now he's just honking the horn 24/7. He can't do any of this stuff without his screen going absolutely haywire. This is unplayable. I would never be able to look at this longer than 3 seconds. I would be off the game in a heartbeat, and he is. He never plays it. Each time I stream the game, he hops on for a little bit to see if it'll actually work this time, and every single time he's greeted with the same exact problem, and he gets right off. That's dangerous. That can hurt a lot of people. But, you know, of course, that's not enough for an apology yet. What about all the game-breaking issues in the game? I mean, just look at this clip. This guy can't even knife or, do an assassination on an individual without the game completely bugging out. I mean, come on now. The assassinations aren't even that good in the first place. It makes no logical sense. For all of these assassinations that happen to people who are laying on the ground, you pick them up for some strange reason, do the action, then throw them back. Why? Everything just doesn't make sense. Even this clip right here, showing off this individual completely glitched, basically standing upside down on the ceiling inside this building. I mean, every single day, there is new, insane, horrifying things being introduced into this game. And every time they try to resolve one thing, there's about 1,000 other things breaking or going wrong at the same exact time. And somehow, after seeing all of these things, and this is barely anything that I'm showing you guys right now. Like I said, there are thousands of more problems when it comes to Battlefield 2042. But somehow, after all of this crap that we have gone through, EA, and maybe DICE, I don't know, I think it's more of an EA thing, they still don't have the guts to apologize for the mess that they have given this whole community. They took advantage of the hype and the excitement of every individual out there for a game like this to come. Finally, after all of these years, finally we get a game like this. They knew we wanted it. They took advantage of it, and they just got a quick buck from it. That's all they wanted, and they're going to move on to the next project. They just pulled a Call of Duty, but 10 times worse. And they won't even say sorry. Sledgehammer comes out publicly and apologizes for their game. Raven, and along with the whole Call of Duty franchise, they come out and apologize for the progress of Warzone. 343 even came out and apologized for the horrible progression system they have in that game, and many other problems that are going on in Halo Infinite. I mean, come on now. Regardless if there's action to back up the apologies or not, at the end of the day, it's still nice to know that you guys are acknowledging that you messed up and you really pissed off the community. Because, yeah, they are already making statements that, this game performed bad and we lost a lot of money. But not once out of all of those claims do they say, and we really pissed off our community. They never mention the community. It's only about the dollar amount. And it's sad because, in my personal opinion, I feel like DICE has a pretty good record when it comes to communicating and listening to their community. Honestly. Let's be real here. Every single Battlefield game that's out there that's a banger usually is because of the feedback of the whole overall community, because DICE usually understands that a great, fantastic, long-living game is not only what the developers create, but is also what the community builds with it. So many games out there live long, not because the developers constantly update it, but because the community continuously fills it with more content. Fan-made content, fan-made game modes, and of course this plus, updates and patch notes to make sure the game's performance is good by the developers. Those two things side by side really can make a masterpiece, and that's what Battlefield does every single time. Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4, Battlefield 1, all of these games started at a certain spot, and the community helped build it to where it is today. Even Battlefield 5, for example, that game started out awful, literally one of the worst Battlefield games ever made, but because of fan feedback, because of the community, it has formed into something great, and now here we are with Battlefield 5 getting more players, I believe averaging 10,000 to 20,000 people at a time on their servers compared to Battlefield 2042, which could barely get 2,000 at a time. They have to listen or else the game is going to fail, and the best way to get your community to come back to your game or even give you any respect, even in the slightest, is by apologizing for the crap that you gave to them. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for checking out this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like button. If you hate it, leave a dislike. Also, if you're brand new, enjoy the content, of course, subscribe, hit that notification button. Also, want to chat with me, there's two ways to do so. I have a Twitter and Discord, both will link down in the description. And also, want to catch me live streams of video games that are over on Twitch, link that's in the description as well. But guys, thank you so much for tuning in. See you on the next one. Peace out.